I think today's a good day to start off some early spring plantings outside. We've got a couple of small raised beds outside and they just want a little bit of a weed because we have been a bit lazy over the last few weeks by not keeping on top of weeding, but that's because of the weather that we've been having. But now I want to start and get things put in these raised beds, and I'll just work on one bed at a time until we fill them all. And we've been waiting a long time to get these onion sets out, and now they're just getting too big for these modules that are in. So since onions are very cold hardy anyway, and it's not in minus temperatures at the moment, we might as well get them planted out, and then we know that job's done. But I've also got some broccoli plants, and you can see that they're a good size. It's time they came out of these packs and we're putting ground, so we're going to interplant onions and broccoli together. And it's called companion planting because one variety of vegetable offers benefits to another, and we tend to do a lot of that through season, like planting beans, cucumbers and squash, because beans expel a certain amount of nitrogen, and of course things like squash and cucumber are very heavy nitrogen feeders, so that's part of that companion planting situation. We've done the Three Sisters one in past as well, which is using sweet corn and beans and squash all together in the same area, and for the exact same reason, because the beans expel certain amounts of nitrogen that the sweet corn and the squash like to feed on. But also the sweet corn provides a free climbing frame for your beans as well. But the one we're doing today is just two. We're going to get some onion sets out, we're going to get some broccoli planted, and apparently planting onions near broccoli is supposed to improve its flavour. But as well as that, the pungent smell that you get from onions deters lots of pests. So that's the main reason why we do it. So we'll go outside, we'll get this bed weeded, and we'll get some plants in today for early spring. So this is one of the beds that we're using today. We've got a nice hoop tunnel at the top so we can protect those broccolis from cabbage white, because it will arrive at some point in year. And also to keep cats off. But for now, we've got a bit of weeding to do, so we'll get that done first before it rains today. Just a few light weeds really to take out. Just to make job a bit quicker, I'm going to use one of these. You just put it in ground and you twist it and it pulls weeds up for you, so quite effective when you're working on the loose compost. That easy. Plus we're aerating it at the same time. And in real time, that only took a few minutes. So now we'll just give it a quick rake to level it back out. We also know that brassicas don't like growing in ground that's not firm down. So we'll just do that down centre before we start planting. So there we go, pretty quick and easy job, so we can get some of these plants in now. And as I said, they're a very good size, they've got some nice roots on them. And when we plant these, we need to plant them a little bit away from edge, because if we don't, butterflies will land on that net and lay their eggs through that net. And we're going to plant them in up to there to get rid of that bend, to keep these plants straight. And we'll just force them straight and really firm these plants in at the same time, like that. and I'm going to put them about a foot apart. 18 inches ideal for these sort of plants, but I'm always happy with small harvests if I can get them. So straight in, down to that V. And then firm it down. So push them in and straighten them up at the same time. Keep that spacing that we want. Just dig into this compost because it's nice and soft, and that's why we're firming these plants right in. We've got room for one more, and then we'll get this one in as well, and again really good roots, and that again pushed right down as firm as we can get it. It's a slightly bigger plant, that one, but still it's in. And that's that row finished. So now we can get these onion sets in as well. And these have already been grown, as you can see in advance. Really good root system. And it's just a case of pushing them into the ground and leaving those tops sticking up. And I'm going to do them 3 or 4 inches apart. We're not trying to get massive onions, just medium to large is fine. So push it in, seat it down. You don't need to be exact on your spacing with onions, but because this compost is nice and loose, it'll be easier for these onions to swell when it comes to that time. And you can see this one, it's the right size, definitely needs to come out. So, really easy to just pop these out, already grown for us. So that's those broccoli in, and we've got a nice row of pre-grown onions in there as well. So I'll crack on and get that other side done. There we go, quick and easy job. 2 rows of onions and that row of broccoli down centre. And now we just need to put this net back over to keep those cats off. A bit windy out there today, but no problem, we got that job done. That's his first oak tunnel planted up for this year. And if you notice, we've got quite a big gap in between those onions and that broccoli. So there's plenty of room in there to maybe put a row of lettuce or beetroot a bit later on in the year. So that's going to keep certain insects away from those broccolis and help protect them. And we've also got that netting over. And it's not only for cats, but at some point this year, we know that the cabbage white butterfly is going to return. And all that wants to do is lay eggs all over the leaves of your brassicas that hatch into caterpillars that will then completely devastate your crops. So that's why we keep those nets on them all through year. And that's his first early spring planting of 2023. And I know there's lots more to come. And if you want to see what they are, please hit that subscribe button and press that notifications bell. And we'll see you soon. Take care.